beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little check-in reading. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details and I'll never ask you for your personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, so this reading is a little bit different. Normally us tarot readers, we focus on love or career because they are the major sort of factors in our life. But this reading is all about you, how you're doing, things that you're navigating, any blockages that you're coming up against, and how to release them. So let's see what's coming up there for you and what Spirit wants to give you as some sort of message. Now this is the Lenormand deck that I'm using at the moment by Lamucci Design. Beautiful deck there. And this is your overall sort of faded energy of how you're feeling at this time. And then we will sort of go a little bit deeper and see what is coming towards you and how you are, how you're doing there, okay? Now, the first card here is number 11. So number 11 tends to talk about our soul path and, you know, the things that we truly want in our lives. So I feel like you're trying to be quite strict with yourself in some way, which is not, how can I put that? It's not that it's not a normal state for you to be in, but I feel like you're being quite stern with yourself. So either you are focusing on a career or you're focusing on something in particular that means a lot to you, and you've felt that there's been a lot of sort of restrictions, you know. So for example, if you, because they just said example. So for example, you know, if you want to be, you know, if you want to nourish your body, mind and soul, you may have been on a strict diet, for example, or you may have felt like you've got to come off social media at certain times because you need to focus on, you know, something important without any distractions. So because it is the whip is about, you know, how can I put that? It's about authority or in some way, like, so it's almost like hasty and so. I'm trying to pick up on this particular energy where it's like there could be an inner conflict going on. I just want to see below what the actual card is giving me, because I pick up energy and I scry at the same time as doing your reading. But I feel like there's some sort of inner conflict or inner turmoil, things that you're really trying to wrestle with within your world right now. You may have felt that there were restrictions placed upon you. Now that I didn't want to go to that space because I mean everybody around the world is feeling certain restrictions because of what's going on around the world with the pandemic, of course. So it could be that major energy that I'm picking up, because this is your protagonist energy. So I feel like you're trying to fight against something, you're wrestling with something, perhaps you've got an important decision to make, and you're trying to be strict with yourself and find you know, if you're saving for something, for example, you're trying to restrict yourself and be really shrewd with your money and your spending. So I just feel like you're putting some sort of, yeah, control. That's what I feel like. I feel like you're trying to be controlled. And Sagittarius, you're a fire element. We all know that Sagittarians cannot be controlled. So I do also feel like if you feel anybody is trying to control you, you actually kick back against that energy immediately. It is a gut instinct. It is a knee-jerk reaction because you're a fire element and you're all about movement. You're about freedom. You're about love, peace, harmony. You're really about adventure and sort of all of those wonderful things. So I feel there's something here that's either trying to control you or you're trying to control something to keep it in order. I just get this energy of order. So for example, if you've been going through a very tough time right now, because the resistance position, we've got a mouse here. So there are some fears. There is a bit of a blockage here, fear or worry going on. So I feel like if you're worrying about something, it's almost like you're trying to hold it all together, keep it all in its place. Okay, you will find yourself a little bit more grounded, a little bit more rooted if you find your emotions have been a little bit all over the place recently. We did go through the wolf moon, so that brings out a lot of tense energy, so much so that I was meant to do a full moon reading, but I just couldn't because the energy was so intense. That's never happened, okay? Wolf moons, I normally can read on a wolf moon, but this one, it was just so intense because there's so much going on in terms of the world at the moment that it feels quite overwhelming. I couldn't even touch the first moon of the year. So this is going to be a year of radical change in a positive way, but there's some twists and turns, of course. It's number 11 though, which is really positive because it means that you're on the right path. It means that this is something that you've just got to do. You've just got to focus on something and keep something in order in some way. Now, when you think about people with whips like that, you think about the circus, okay? So you may have felt like there's some crazy energy. You may have been dealing with people who are exhibiting strange behaviors, or, you know, it's almost like they're getting out of line with you. They're not respecting your boundaries in some way. So I feel like there's this energy of you sort of building healthy boundaries, and because in the past you may not have exhibited that sort of confidence to have those healthy boundaries, people are going to sort of look at you now like, whoa, Sag got a bit strict, Sagittarius has got a little bit harsh, because you know you are a sign that is very honest and open, and you've got a sharp tongue. I got to be honest, you got a sharp tongue, and I love that about Sagittarians. You call it how it is. But if you feel like something, like you feel like you're not in a safe space to express yourself, you may stay silent on it for a little while, but it always comes out in the end, okay? And that's what, I'm a Scorpio, and I love that sort of aspect of truth, no matter how hard it is to hear. I love that about my Sagittarians in my life. So, but I feel like you're trying to temper something. So let me see when we go deeper what that is. We've got number 23, which is when you reduce it, 2 + 3 is of course 5, which is the Hierophant energy. And that Hierophant energy is about rules and regulations. So there's a lot of that dominant kind of energy going on right now. The mouse there represents worry or some sort of how can I put that? Like typically in the Lenormand deck, the mouse being number 23, it's about anxiety, or you've experienced some sort of difficulty and you're trying to be really strict with yourself to find a solution or find a way through it. But what I get here with this card is that you may have felt almost like a little bit disconnected from yourself. You know, it's almost like Sagittarius, you've got a big, old, wonderful personality. And I just feel with this card, a playing small energy. So maybe you felt like, especially with the last couple of years, as we've been going through a major pandemic, of course, you may have felt like who you were is not who you are now. I mean, we're all changed by it, but I feel there's aspects of yourself that you feel, either you felt lost or you feel like your energy is smaller. That's what I'm just getting. It's almost like all the things that you used to experience, you may be wondering, are you going to come back to that Sagittarius lifestyle that you had before? The answer is yes. We've definitely got an anchor here. So I feel like you are going to find where you feel rooted, but also I feel like you're going to find your place in the world again. Okay, so if that's something that you've been worrying about, I would say that of course it's going to take time, but the blockage here, this is the resistance position. It's like, no more playing small, my beautiful Sagittarians. Even if you feel like there's restrictions upon you, I do feel like you're coming back to who you sort of feel you've become. I don't know if that makes sense. I just get this energy of like, so much has changed. It's almost like, am I me anymore? I just got that question over here with this card. I do feel like, you know, I just feel like there's like rebellion energy here. Like you're kicking back against something, but you're making the rules. You're making your own rules. That's what I'm getting here. So we're going to go deeper, as I said. We got number 35. When you reduce it, 3 + 5 is 8, which is the Strength card. This is about self-love, care. It's about overcoming struggles and having the courage to go after whatever it is that you want, overcoming any obstacles or anything, and finding that motivation to really anchor your emotions. I know it's an anchor. This is about finding your place as well. So I do feel some of you may be thinking about buying a new home or moving to a new place. Maybe you feel like you're uprooting where you were or are in order to move somewhere else. Some of you actually want to move by the sea because it's very calming. So I feel like it's like a next stage in your life where you're like, yeah, I'm gravitating towards water. Okay. But I feel like this is about you and your emotions. This is the outcome energy. So this means you are going to sort of temper your emotions in some way. I feel, just be mindful of that, my beautiful Sagittarians. Your self-expression is important. Your personality is important. So keep shining your wonderful light. Don't play small, okay? The universe wants you to survive and thrive. So I do feel like even though it has been a difficult period and you may have felt there was a lot of restrictions on you, and Sagittarius, you don't do well with restrictions. I always say that you are the explorer of the zodiac. You know, you're the adventurer. Even if you're day-to-day is going to work and going home, you know, you still find the adventure in the everyday. So if you've got rules and regulations and restrictions upon you, it maybe makes you feel like frustrated, okay? But I do feel like you're coming back to some sort of grounding energy there. And it is number 8, which is the number of the self. Excuse me. I do feel it's almost like you're coming back to yourself. That's what I feel. I know it sounds strange, but you're revitalizing your spirit. That's what I feel, okay? So let us go and see a little bit more as to what is going on there for you. I'm using the Way of the Panda Tarot. I'm only reading the upright in this deck. It's a beautiful deck there by Kimberly M. Sen. Also, it's illustrated by Celia LaBelle there. Okay, 2 of Wands. We've got the Temperance card. Knew that was going to come up because Temperance is, of course, Sagittarian energy, but Temperance is about waiting, pause. And we've got the 7 of Wands. So this is about you sort of coming back bigger than ever with your energy. 7 of Wands is also about you being at your personal best. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. We have the Devil card. We've got the Magician energy, and we've got the Empress. Loving this energy. So we've got the 2 of Wands, and that's about direction. And, you know, what's next? It's almost like you're literally like this panda revisiting the map. Where do I go next? What do I do next? I feel like you've been on hold. With this energy, the 2 of Wands is making decisions, making plans. I mean, some of you may even be wanting to, you know, follow your heart and have some sort of travel plans in place, like maybe across the world or maybe just out of town. Because I feel like, you know, it's almost like, now, this is what they're giving me. So this is not going to resonate with everyone. They're showing me a train journey. It's almost like even if you're going on a longer distance train journey, it's almost like a reset for the soul. That's what they're giving me. Even if you're like going to visit a friend just out of town, it's almost like a vacation, like a big one. Like rather than, you know, flying halfway across the world to lie on a beach, I feel like this train journey is like a reset. So I do feel like you're having a bit of a reset of the soul energy, or having a desire for it, because this is like planning. The 2 of Wands tends to be like a planning energy of what is next, mapping your progress, trusting in the unknown, recognizing that, you know, you're planning for the future because you can't action something right now. So I feel like there is this waiting energy, but you are still trying to rediscover your passion for something, and aligning yourself with whatever it is that you need. So I feel like you have some plans here. This is why you need to be quite strict with yourself, because these plans are very important to you, and you need to sort of knuckle down and work on them, I guess. Wands are about passion, so I feel like it's about your next step, really, and what it is that you want to achieve long term. Also, I feel with the Queen of Cups is about self-care, and it's almost like if you felt like you're on hold, the only thing that you felt you could do was reflect on who you are, and, you know, find emotional security. I feel like this is a desire for emotional security, even during the most toughest, uncertain times, you felt like your emotions needed to be reflected upon. I also feel like it's almost like you're being a best friend to yourself, this energy. The Queen of Cups is someone who is very nurturing, very loving, very emphatic. Some of you may actually be trying to hone your psychic skills as well. But I feel like your energy has been to support. Okay, I feel like you've been supporting others. You've felt a lot of responsibility to, it's almost like temper your fears in order to help others in some way. So I do feel like you've had a lot thrust upon you over the last couple of months, maybe even the last couple of years. So I feel like, so if you have children, for example, or, you know, your family members, I feel like you've been a real pillar of strength to people. And I feel you still got your own goals and dreams, but I feel like you've been giving a lot of your heart to others. Be mindful of that, my beautiful Sagittarians, because the Queen of Cups is a beautiful energy, so loving, so warm, has so much to offer, but often forgets about herself. Okay, male or female, not a gender specific reading, it's about the energy. So just make sure that you don't forget your own needs when it comes to you know, you. This is about self-care. So I feel like whilst, you know, you've been very strict with yourself in some areas, they want you to make sure that you know, have some sort of healthy sort of healthcare routine. Now we've got the Temperance card and we've got the Devil. And what I'm getting here with this, both these cards paired together, and these are both major arcanas, it's almost like telling me when the beautiful Sagittarian is bored or feels like they have to wait or has to have patience on something, the Devil sort of energy kicks in, which it could be procrastination or, you know, when you get bored and you just want to just shake SHIT up and you're like, you could be tempted to self-sabotage in some way. Or, you know, back in the day when I was much younger and less evolved and spiritually immature, you know, when things were a little bit boring or, you know, nothing was happening and I felt like a little bit frustrated, I would just shake stuff up. You know, I'd reach out to that person that I knew was bad for me. I would go drinking. I would do all the crazy stuff. Now, all of those things, you know, in moderation. I mean, whatever you're going through, there's moments you've got to experience everything in life. As I said, I'm a Scorpio. I'm here to experience everything that life has to offer as much as possible, without hurting other people, of course. But I feel this is a temptation, either to, it's almost like when you're bored, your mind gets to doing things that maybe is not healthy for you. So for example, overeating. If you're sitting there, you're in a pattern and you're like, meh, I'm a bit bored, reach for the fridge to overeat, for example. Or so I feel like with the worry here, this could also be that you're worried or obsessing in some way with a delay on something. So I'm just going to pull a card on that to see what that is for you. But Temperance, in this resistance position, it's almost like you're feeling frustrated because you feel stuck in something. You may feel, either you feel stuck with someone trying to control you, or you feel it's not your natural state to restrict yourself in some way. So there's like a pushback here. So I just want to pull a card on that. Is this an external restriction or from Sagittarians? We got the Star energy. We got the Justice card. Both major arcanas. This is a very important blockage. And the High Priestess. So I mean, that's the whole deck there, and you got 3 major arcanas for this. And this is the only this is the only pile where you got 2 major arcanas back to back as well. So this is an important pile for you. The Star indicates, you know, a lot of lost hope. Could also be a real test of faith when it comes to seeing a way out of things sometimes. So I feel the delay has brought, it's almost like it's unfair. It's unfair what's going on, and you feel completely at a bit of confusion, a lost. There's a bit of negativity here, and I totally understand. I totally understand, especially if you feel there's restrictions upon you that are just not warranted, or you felt you've had to restrict yourself in some way. The Justice card in the reverse indicates there's some either dishonesty going on, or there's some sort of legality, or you feel like things are unbalanced. There could even be a person in your world who is creating some sort of restriction upon you or control upon you, or trying to. For example, there could be a boss who is, you know, quite a tyrant, and they're making your life hell in some way. There's just an energy, I don't like this at all. The Justice card is, you may feel like something is hidden or something is off, okay, and it's making you worry or fear there, okay. But I feel intuitively with the High Priestess, you know. So the High Priestess is about secrets, things that are hidden, mysterious energy. So I do feel you will uncover whatever this is. Just to let you know, when I sort of clarify with these two decks, I'm always going to use the uprights and the reversals, so I get a true depth of what you're feeling. I do feel like trust your intuition, trust your gut instinct, and stick to it is what I'm getting here, okay? Because your intuition will lead you through whatever this control issue is, or whatever this worry is that you have. I'm going to go again just to clarify a little bit more. Can you clarify the mouse with that combination for me? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? Like, for example, some of you may have been worrying about something that's quite close to home. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse basically says, because I was clarifying the mouse, which is about worry, this card literally in the reverse means don't worry about it. It's almost like it's not worth it. It's not worth the worry. It's not worth the energy. Trust your intuition. It's not fruitful for you to invest your time, your energy into worrying about this situation. But it is, I mean, the Six of Swords says you're feeling stuck. Can you show me how to move past the blockage? What is... So it could be a decision, because we've got Two of Pentacles there. Whoa. Now, either you have to step away from something. We got an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse there. You're withdrawing your energy from something. It could be that you're worrying about money, for example. I do feel like with the Seven of Cups there in the reverse, I feel like you will restore a sense of clarity. You will see past it. It's almost like the words that they're giving me are, the illusion ends. That's literally all they're giving me. The illusion ends. So whatever you feel is unfair right now, you're restricted by, they're indicating that there will be a way through it. The illusion ends. Keep fighting. Stay true to your vision is what they're showing me. Don't give up on your true north, because I feel like you come back to your center. You find that motivation, that drive, that passion within you again. The Seven of Wands there reminds you that you are at your personal best. Okay, the Seven of Wands is a very important card. It is about, you know, holding true to your vision, persevering, but it's also about, you know, defending something that you feel passionate about. So I feel, look at that. That's like a panda that is like ready to do battle. So it's almost like fight for whatever it is that you believe in. Stay true to your morals. Stay true to who you are. And, you know, you will win. The Magician says thoughts become things. So whatever it is you're fighting for, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, the Magician says inspired action will see your goals, your dreams come to life on the physical plane. Remember, it's very, very important, the way that we talk to ourselves. And this came up in a couple of readings, both the Taurian reading and the Scorpio reading yesterday. And I'm mentioning it now because they're just giving me, well, they give me one word, which is spell. So I guess they want me to tell you what came up yesterday in the reading, which is about, you know, the way we talk. Words, we have to spell them, right? So they are spellings. So when you think about spell, that is to cast something that will come true, okay? So the way that we talk, the words that we use, the words that we utter to the universe are spells. So if we talk about ourselves in a negative sense, we actually become what we talk about to ourselves. So they want to shift negative self-talk and be more compassionate with oneself, because all those words are actually etched on our soul. Okay, so if you drop something, you're like, oh gosh, I'm so stupid. You're not stupid, but you're telling yourself that. And if you tell yourself that a certain amount of times, you start to chip away at your confidence even on a subconscious level. So they just want you to be aware. If someone came along to you and said, Sagittarians, you can't do that. Don't even dream about doing that. You're never going to reach your dreams. You'd be like, excuse me? Of course I am. Watch me from the sidelines. Watch me rise. You would, go out there to try and prove. But they're saying, why do you feel like sometimes you talk to yourself in a way where it's a defeated kind of energy, like, oh, well, maybe I'm not going to be successful, or maybe I'm not going to make it, or you know what, it hasn't happened, so it's probably not going to happen. We actually talk our way out of situations, even if we're having a conversation with ourselves. So just be mindful of the way that you talk to yourself and the way that you talk about your goals and your dreams. Really talk them up. Really talk about yourself in a really positive sense. Love yourself fully, because words become things. They are spellings. Root word is spell. So just be mindful of that, okay? It really blew me away when Spirit gave me that. Seven of Wands says, you can fight for whatever this is and you will come through. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be overcoming something and achieving something. You're going to be accomplishing something. Your confidence is coming back. That magic about you is coming back, is what I really feel with this card. I mean, this is an Aries card, but it's a fire element, so I feel like you're going to find your fire to create something again. And so, for example, if you're wanting to get a new job, or you're wanting to get a job because you lost your job and you felt right now you're trying to make a move in a certain direction, but you're not sure which one to go in. You're just mapping progress and where you might want to end up. I feel like you're going to achieve whatever it is you set out to, okay? The Empress card is your final card, which really tells me, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about you coming back to who you are. It's about you, owning yourself, self-expression. It's about you being a healthier version of yourself who's brimming with potential, and finding that confidence and that passion and that joy de vivre that you absolutely need to move past any of the blockages that you've been experiencing in the last couple of years. I also feel like some of you may, if you have children, I feel like, and you've been struggling recently because there's been so many difficult sort of restrictions and dynamics and everything like that. If you've been struggling recently, I feel like things are going to get a little bit easier and a little bit more peaceful is what I feel. I feel there's more grounding happening there. If you don't have children, I feel like, I mean, even if you do have children, I feel like you're going to be in a lot more creative phase where you feel you want to get stuff out on, like, either you're a writer or, artist, getting it out on canvas or on a page. I feel like there's a lot more creativity, creative energy sort of swirling around you. You may have a desire. They're actually showing me someone who tends to, whenever they are either on hold, this is what they're giving me. I'm scrying, as I said, at the same time. They're showing me someone like on hold on a cell phone or something, and doodling. And your doodles are actually quite profound. The art that is, and you're just like sort of, your mind is kind of switched off and you're just channeling a doodle sort of thing. They're quite impressive. So they're kind of indicating, you're going to surprise yourself with your creativity. And these are things that could be explored that people would pay for example, in the future. Or maybe that's what you do already for a living. I feel like creative sort of energy will be channeled in the next couple of weeks. And it's going to be a lot more peace. But the Empress is all about abundance as well. So the seeds that you've already sown in your world, even thoughts, they are seeds, they are spells out to the universe. The things that you are trying to manifest, this is a time of reaping the rewards. It's harvest time when the Empress comes up there. So I feel very positive in the energy, but I do feel like you're struggling with something here, and you're really trying to temper your emotions. It's almost like I feel like you're trying to be strong in difficult circumstances and put a smile on it all, when underneath, you are enduring quite a lot. So I'm sending you a huge hug, my beautiful Sagittarians. It does get easier. It will get easier. Be mindful during moments of feeling bored or, don't play small. But also, I would say, it's almost like if you're feeling a little bit, and don't get me wrong, I'm not pointing a finger. We all feel those moments of feeling low self-esteem, being negative about ourselves, feeling like in a funk, feeling when we're procrastinating, feeling like, how do I shape this energy up? And, you know, getting really down and reaching for, you know, snacks, or we all do it. Humans, we all do it, okay? So don't beat yourself up, but it's about noticing it, because the Devil card is not an evil card. The Devil card, you know, represents obsession, control, addiction, sometimes materialism, or in some way a blockage of getting in your own way. It's a brick wall, and it's a major arcana card, which means we all as humans experience it, because all the major arcanas are different sections of our journey in life. So we all come across a moment of temptation, or we all come across a moment of a brick wall where we feel we are stuck in something that we feel we cannot get out of in this moment. The Devil card is in this deck to highlight or make us aware of the thing that is blocking us. And I feel with this card, if you've had to exhibit patience on something, it is not a natural state really for a fire element. But at the same time, the Temperance card says, you know, with moderation and balance, you can temper your emotions and see that actually there is a solution to your situation. Because when we are swamped with emotions, sometimes we cannot see in that moment. You know, we get angry or we get frustrated. We have a knee-jerk reaction to things as humans. It's about acknowledging the triggers within us so that we can make ourselves it's almost like the only thing we can control in the world, because world and life is all about change. The only thing that we can truly control is how we feel about things. We have the ability to say, that is not going to disturb my mental peace. I'm not allowing it. Okay, so difficult, I know, my gosh, it is difficult. But I feel like you're going through something that's really on the other side. I feel like there's a lot of power you're going to be empowered. I feel like you're going to fight for something that really truly is wonderful and is going to change your life, and I feel bring a lot of abundance and a lot of peace into your world. But I do feel this inner battle. Now I'm just going to get a few more cards just to give you some advice. This is a Personal Power Oracle deck by DEJA DREWIT. Beautiful deck there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please? They wanted another one. Oh, we got two more. So, the first card there is I deserve respect. Absolutely. So if you are dealing with someone in your world who, as I said, is trying to control you or in some way try to, you know, make you feel worry or nerves, that card, I deserve respect, is so important. Okay, I mean, for everybody it's important. We've also got I am authentic. Absolutely you are, my beautiful Sagittarians. That's what I was talking about, that truth that you have, sometimes that sharp tongue, which I find wonderful, but not everybody is able to take it. But I am authentic, and that is your superpower, okay, to lead with your authentic self. Don't ever repress who you are. That's the most important message here. Always, you know, shine that beautiful light of yours. And we've got I am perceptive. So you're picking up on something. I am perceptive. As you can see, it's almost like there's like a spider web there. So it's number 16. And number 16 is the Tower energy. So I feel like you are perceptive. You're picking up on something, maybe an undercurrent of something where you feel you have to be in a protective mode, or you're preparing for something, and that's why you're being quite strict with yourself. There's a star on her cheek, so I feel like you are going to pick up on the undercurrent and you're going to see, you're going to have clarity, okay? The star underneath the eye represents that clarity. Even in the most uncertain circumstances, I feel, trust your intuition, it will never lead you astray, okay? And it's so interesting. These cards, they're beautiful, okay? You could have got any card. There's two cards here, and both cards, their left eye is highlighted. I feel like there's something important about your left eye. Or, I mean, both eyes are very important, but there's something about your left eye. Either you have, because this came up in a reading, maybe even for your sign a couple of days ago, a beauty spot, or you've got a very unique left eye. It could be a different color, for example, than the other one, or different shape. They're just showing me something about the left eye. Not in a negative way, in a very beautiful way, okay? A very sort of unique kind of way. So I'm just going to go and get a final card for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? White Stag, Protector. as I said, I felt like you were trying to, you know, hold it all together and sort of give support and care to others. So definitely protector. You may have felt a lot of responsibility on your shoulders with that sort of protective energy. And whilst you are strong enough to take that journey, my beautiful Sagittarians, it can be a difficult one to take because you feel responsible for keeping everything all together. So it says here, you are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. I mean, that's literally all of those cards. You are meant to, so basically this is about direction. Your intuition will take you where you want to go. You're mapping where you want to go. And then it says, use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken the powerful force within you. The middle sort of pile there is about not playing small. You need to awaken the power within you. And then over here, you're meant to create blessings with your magic. You literally have a 7 of Wands, which is fight for your vision, hold true, your dreams, dream big. You can achieve that big, bold dream that you're wanting to. And the Magician is, you know, it happening on the physical plane, your dreams becoming a reality, okay? And the Empress card is about, you know, your own personal magic. So beautiful energy, very unique. And we got White Stag. You know, those antlers, they're for protection, but also for fighting for things that are necessary in this beautiful stag's world. So I'm just going to get a trinket before we go. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Good Angels. Ooh, okay, so we have the lucky cat. So you're definitely going to get a visit from fate in some way, a lucky opportunity. Also, the cat represents independence. So you're very self-sufficient, my beautiful Sagittarians. But remember, cats, they take care of their own needs first. Not in a selfish way, but they focus on loving themselves first and, you know, doing all the grooming and everything they need to first. And then they sort of extend their warmth and their love outwards. So I feel it's a reminder, because they want it on the Queen of Cups, a reminder that, you know, to have some sort of self-care. Make sure you look after yourself as well, okay? Giving out all your love is wonderful, but, you know, remember yourself. Also, we have the key, and it's got a symbol there. Oh, wow, we got a little, someone beeping their horn outside. So this key connects to the World card. So this is about new cycles opening up for you. So I feel like this is the end to anything that's making you feel stuck. There's going to be a real breakthrough here for you. Also, some of you are really going to be traveling or moving. I feel a shift. There's definitely an energy of moving there. Whether you are moving home or whether you are sort of planning a vacation, some sort of getaway, I feel like you need to reset your soul, and you may be seeking the sea, okay? Like forests and nature are wonderful, but I just feel a desire to go to the sea in this reading. They want me to put it on the Empress card. So there is a new cycle of abundance coming your way. Things are going to get a bit easier. You're going to find a lot more energy and motivation and drive, where you may have felt like you were feeling a little bit unmotivated or a little bit loss of direction recently, a little bit of defeat, but that's all about to change, okay? So we'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. As I said, it's just a little bit of a different one there. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me. Also, they're just showing me before we go, they're showing me a coffee cup, someone making a coffee, but as they're making a coffee, it's almost like they're trying to create some sort of pattern in the coffee. So if that's you, you're trying to create a pattern in the coffee. Either, I can't tell what it is, so I do apologize. It's almost like I feel like you're trying to make some sort of smiley face or some sort of face in there, but I mean, it could be something else. It's just I'm only seeing part of the image, so because the other part is clouded, it's just coming to light in and out. So please take it as it resonates. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians. Love and light.